are in the building. We've got the most sexy seated crew you're going to find on YouTube discussing all the things that went down in the Pynk on episode 9, season 2. It's your boy Lamont Tyson coming to you live and direct. My crew tonight, Monique Nicole, J Mo, Nita the Diva. How y'all all doing tonight?
Doing good.
Can't complain. All good. Ready to get it in like it was at the table up in here.
Yeah, man. And you guys can see Nita is channeling her inner Uncle Cliff with the skunk ponytail. So make sure y'all send her some very, very nice skunk super chat. She always come prepared to get them super chats. Hell, I might have to start calling my super chat section the Pynk. Because when these ladies get up here, y'all be ready to bring the money. And we're ready to do it. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to go around the table and just kind of ask everybody's overall opinion of the episode. And I'll start with you, Monique. Give me your overall thoughts on this past episode as we're getting ready to go into the finale. Moochie.
What's up, everybody?
What's going on, Auntie Moochie? How you feeling?
I'm all right.
You good?
Yeah, I'm fine.
The grandbaby good?
Yeah, he's good. But you know what else happened? Well,
What's up?
I'll tell y'all later. It was
Okay,
crazy. My weekend's crazy.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the homegirl Moochie. She had a crazy weekend. She spoiled a grandchild, and she still made it here tonight to give us her rundown of what's going on P Valley. And shout out to everybody watching us. We already at 100 people, my people. Please be sure to give us a like, share this content, and subscribe to everybody on this panel. Their link is in the description. Monique, give me your overall thoughts on this episode of The Valley.
Overall, I thought it was a good episode. Not as action-packed as maybe some of the others, but it was still good because it was setting us up for the finale. Mm-hmm. And I have a lot of anxiety. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I have a lot of anxiety going into the finale.
What?
Yeah, because so much they left a lot to happen. Like a lot. There's a lot of possibilities. I should say there's a lot of possibilities of what could happen. And when my mind starts to, I think of the worst case scenario. So I'm a little anxious for the finale, baby. It's about to be another Murder Night Part 2, 2.0.
Nita the Diva, give us your thoughts. give us your thoughts on the grand reopen.
I thought it was good. I rated it like off emotions, and when I first saw it, I rated it so much higher than it really needed to be because I'm just so excited of where it's going. And yes, like Monique said, it's a setup episode. It's like we're building up to have all these things just kind of fall down, and we're going to see where that leads us. So I'm assuming that the next week episode will be that week. But I loved it. It was good. In P Valley fashion, they be hitting all the points and they go through and do all the good editing. When Meg and Murder came out with them furries on, and the editing, how they kind of switched them up and had them going backwards. I love it. I love the touches that they put on the show. It's just great.
Oh, all right. Jay, my brother Moore, ladies and gentlemen, is back to help the men on this panel. Brother Jay, how you felt about this episode? Talk to us about the Pynk.
It was a good episode. I liked it. It definitely had that shock value from the very get-go. With Little Clifford and Little Big Murder with Little Clifford on that table. I'm thinking, okay, wow, I have been exposed to a lot watching this show. But
there's a lot of sex.
Right. So, but yeah, it was a lot going on, but I think it was a good show. They put it all into perspective. We had Woodbine doing her little thing, trying to get up there and do some stuff. That was funny. It was good. So yeah, I'm ready to get into it. Definitely.
And last but never the least, The Auntie Moochie. Talk to us about how you felt about this episode, Moochie.
Sausages for breakfast.
Oh my God!
I'm just saying, sausages for breakfast. Breakfast, leg up, getting it in, breaking glasses and everything.
Boy.
I'm just saying.
Moochie don't even hold back. Moochie just dive right on it.
Sausages for breakfast. Waffles,
That's what they say.
getting it in.
That was the line. Sausage for breakfast.
Getting it in.
Boy.
Look.
How many of y'all eat sausage
we've been
for
left
breakfast,
with
ladies? On this panel. How many of y'all actually eat sausage for breakfast? Hey, I agree.
I agree. Good sausage.
I like me a juicy sausage.
Look,
when you bite into it, it snaps.
I love serving sausage for breakfast.
A lot of flavor.
When you bite into it,
I like marinade flavor.
Bite into it and it snap. What the?
You want your crunchy?
It's snap, but it's still juicy. You gotta have it just a little bit weird, you know.
Oh, little bit. You need juicy in the morning, huh? Yeah. So, fellas, that means she needs 3-4 squirts in the morning. Not 1, not 2, but 3. I'm talking 3 squirts in the morning, fellas. And having said that, let us get into this episode.
It was a good episode. It was a good episode.
I liked it too, Moochie. I liked it. I liked the episode. I like how at the very end they're gonna hit you with the to be continued. I thought that was that add to the intrigue of what we think is gonna happen in the next episode. And just like everyone on this panel has said, there's a lot of questions leading into the next episode we're gonna see. And we're gonna break down different moments and pick them apart. I think it's only fitting that we start with a little video where secrets was told in the Pynk, ladies and gentlemen. And there was a whole lot of ears that should not have heard a lot of the stuff that they heard. Take a look at this.
You better stay up off mine, because the bitch ain't finna be marked in the club by some big booty falling out the sky.
Bitch, you ain't worthy to be up on the same pole
You got like fucked up if you think I want to be up on your old, gray, hairy, pussy-having ass pole.
Bitch, I'll fuck you up.
I like to see you try to play a game of roulette with me.
Oh, folks around here know I love to play Russian roulette.
Guys.
Roulette, y'all.
We do need to think about safety and utilizing each other's strength.
Mercedes, if you can't hold that move at that point, can I suggest that you base for Keyshawn?
I ain't basing for not nail one of these bitches.
Clearly, you can't hold it very long.
And whose fucking phone is that?
Big ass.
Whose phone is that?
Okay, real mature, Mercedes.
No.
Come on, Mercedes.
Hey. Whose phone is it?
Aren't you tired of the blame game? If you want to fly, pick up those wings and something melted off your back. It ain't anybody's fault but yours. Quit blaming me.
The thing I blame myself for is when I went in that room, put 7 pounds of pressure on the trigger and put the wrong person in paradise.
How you really feel?
Hey.
You had a big boy.
Don't worry. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what you get when you watch us live, because as soon as we get off, that's got to be edited. I'm just telling you that right now. So if you like to enjoy long clips like that, you got to catch us immediately when we live. So that's the essence of this episode. Somebody felt like somebody else should have been clipped because they're frustrated that they ain't got the moves. They're not as good as Mississippi. And we're going to get to that in a second. I'm going to start out with Nita from the very beginning. Nita the Diva.
Yes.
The episode started out in a way that you never seen a politician get endorsed. My man, Great Value Obama, was getting endorsed by the beauties at the Pynk. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Vote for Andre. Vote for Andre. And he had, bruh, man, all you could smell was hot chocolate. Each way you turn your head, nothing but chocolate. And not to be outdone, because he thought he had everything on lock. Not to be outdone by this woman right here. Y'all hear me? Y'all see where Mercedes got it from, because she came through, rolling through, dropping it like it was not hot, because her old ass is a little too old to be trying to drop something. And she was throwing back all the money that Corbin had gave to her. Nita the Diva. Start any way you want to from that perspective, my lady.
Right. First of all, what I'm going to say is I knew it. I called it that Peace was not going to take their money. Everybody say she money hungry. I know
you did
it for the power. She is in it for the power. That's what it is. It's the office and the power that it holds. And whatever money she can wield from that office, that's what she worried about. She ain't worried about what Corbin got. So that's off the top. But the second part about that, for Andre, it's like when all else fails, like shit, like I ain't got. But the whole thing is that he's sitting up here. He's kind of catering to an audience that probably doesn't even vote. People who frequent the strip clubs and stuff like that, the gangs and all, they don't go to the voting polls. But listen, when all else fails, I don't know.
Before I give it to you, Jay, Nita, let me say it like this, because I was thinking the same thing. But some of them people, when Obama ran, they went and voted for him.
Yeah.
You know, and because this is a hometown hero in Great Value, Obama, Andre, and he came to meet them where they are at. He didn't say I'm gonna do a sleazy traditional campaign ad. I'm gonna come meet y'all where y'all's at in the Pynk because it's so important to you. I think he'll get their vote. You know, I just want to put that out there.
That's what I say.
J Mo, right? Meet him at the Pynk. J Mo, what was your thoughts on the opening act when you had Dre getting the lap dance to get votes, and then you had Woodbine dropping like it was cold as hell, and then sending the money back?
Yeah, I mean, that was funny. Made me laugh seeing her try to do a couple moves. She couldn't really do them. But, you know, she still looked good for her age, and a little onesie on or whatever. She was trying. And so that was funny. The one thing I give her credit is that she owned up to all the stuff that happened to her. So it's making her look a little better with her indiscretions, where Andre came out with his daddy. And now stuff that if it would come out, he mess around with Autumn Night. Now it show all this other stuff may make him look bad. So, I mean, when I saw that, it made me think of that Joe Biden when the strippers said, "Get your booty to the pole."
Yeah,
it's on YouTube if y'all ain't seen it, but it's a real ad from strippers doing that exact thing of trying to get people to vote. And yeah, the community of people that probably frequent the strip club, they probably not a big voting base, but you never know who's gonna turn out and who not. So you do every little thing you can, I guess, to win, you know.
Right.
Everything. Moochie,
what they do in real
life.
They get desperate.
Yeah,
drop them hammers in there.
This part was funny to me because I like it. It was funny, and I was like, "Yo, is he really gonna do this? This really his promotional tactic that he's gonna use?" And sure enough, it was. So you know, once Pastor Woodbine seen this, you know, she got to come back too with her little thing on the pole. Who you think taught Mercedes?
Oh man!
Okay.
Who you think taught Mercedes?
I just figured I'd throw that in there, Jay.
No, but you're probably right though. Remember,
look, she's the one. Not for nothing. I feel like she really did pimp out her daughter.
Yeah.
Once we saw the flashback. So who do you think taught her how to drop it like it was hot?
Right.
No, but you know, when you're that age, you know your knees don't do so well on the pole and dropping it like it's hot.
Right.
Because look how tight she holding on so she can pull back up.
It wasn't even doing it.
Wait, y'all remember last week she said she was a hoe. I was a hoe.
She said it.
I sucked a lot of D's in my day. She sure did say that.
Now,
so
Monique Nicole,
look.
Right. The floor is yours, Monique Nicole, but when you dropping it like it's hot, your hip's supposed to be more in between your kneecaps. You know, you ain't supposed to be holding that pole like you're sitting on the toilet. You know, but I give her credit. I give her credit. I give her credit. She is in a moving parade. She's moving. So it's a little different when you're moving on the end of a truck versus if you stationary in the Pynk or something.
You gotta look for all of that in perspective.
Exactly.
Listen, I'm gonna give her some credit because of her age. You know, she didn't look that bad up there. It was a couple.
Are we age shaming?
No, not at all.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just messing with you.
But there is a retirement age for being on the pole. You know what I'm saying, girl? So you know, there's an age limit on the pole. I don't want to see no 60-year-old on the pole. But
hell, Mercedes says she too old at 30. So there's definitely an age limit.
But thanks to this woman right here that's squatting, holding a pole, she's the reason why she's in this predicament that she's in now.
Right. She had a plan together. I never thought about retirement age for strippers before, so definitely made me think of something new. Never thought
Somebody
about
said it's giving me a falling and I can't get up vibes.
Oh my God. You gotta press the beeper. You gotta press the beeper.
That life alert.
Yeah, the life alert.
I'm falling.
Okay, so the opening scene.
Go ahead.
The opening scene with Andre. I was like, it was corny. It was cheesy. I felt uncomfortable. I was like, is this fucking real? Because this is not Andre at all. His personality at all. Like all of a sudden, it was just like booty in his face, booty, stripper. I was like, nigga, is he serious? Like this was obviously Haley's idea, but it was very cheesy. It was very corny. I still laughed, but it was like an awkward, like you know. And then I like cracked up when Patrice Woodbine was on the pole. I cracked up when Corbin said, I hope she don't take off her panties because don't nobody need to see. That's about the funniest thing Corbin said all season, child. That was the funniest thing.
But you know what? No, you know what, Monique Nicole? I can tell you right now. For every panty draws, there's 3 dicks that want to get in them. So Corbin, that ain't his cup of tea because he like to be whipped with a penis. But there is some men that would love to get all up underneath that right there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she ain't nobody to complain about at that age.
No, she looks good. And the actress, you know, in real life, like she's a pretty woman.
Yeah, definitely.
Are we commenting on the fight scene? Because I know you showed the video. I wasn't sure if we're waiting.
Not yet. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there in a few minutes. So. We'll move on to the next scene. You guys, please post us all your comments. We love when you guys have very, very entertaining things to say about Pastor Woodbine and what's going to be the future for her. She is now a fan favorite. She's an antagonist, but she's a fan favorite antagonist, and we love good antagonists. J-Mo, I hate to do this to you, buddy. This is just where it falls in line, my man. I hope you like breakfast and breakfast sausage at that. So the next scene is this thing right here where Jay, let's just say this, at least this time, Jay, they got it right.
You about to pass out seeing that one.
Jay, at least this time they got it right. Instead of Aunt being on top of Clifford, being on top of Little Murder, making him look like a Cabbage Patch doll, you actually got him beating that thing from the back. Now, what was important about this, J-Mo, was the conversation they had. Never mind this right here. You know, that was just the wake-up call. The important part was the discussion when Uncle Cliff said, being alone or being away from loved ones in their last moments. And did you see the way Little Murder looked at him like, nah, I don't know what you're talking about? When you know in his mind, he was sitting right beside Big T, take all the meat in the car when he died. So, Jay, let me give you the floor before I get in trouble.
Woo! You're going to give it to me? Don't give it to me like that. Change. I don't want it like that.
Lamont be trying to set us up. He trying to set us up.
Right. Don't y'all know Uncle Cliff is my favorite character? That's my dude. I mean, that's my guy girl right there. That's my guy. Uncle Cliff
definitely is a fan favorite character, but
yeah.
I'll need to see some of the things Uncle Cliff would do.
Hey, Uncle Cliff said, "Don't you snatch out my lace front? Don't you snatch it? Don't you snatch that bitch.
Right. No, that ain't a real pony up in there. You ain't gonna be able to pull it like some other styles that people, ladies and gents may have. But anyway, that was crazy. I was thinking no matter what.
Gina, don't do me like that. Don't. Look, J-Mo won't even hear last week, Gina. So I couldn't say it last week.
I dodged the bullet. Gina got my back.
That's the homie, Gina.
Yeah, but no, when I saw that, I was thinking on the kitchen table, like, she gonna come home. I mean, at that time, we didn't know that she wouldn't come home. But she got to come home and get, sausage remains in her next meal. I mean, what's going on with that? Why was that? I mean, I guess if it was just two people living together and, you all can do whatever you want to do because it's just y'all two. Mm-hmm. But when you got somebody else, then, and then I was thinking, I don't know, should you be in the grieving process or worrying? Or should you be doing things to get your mind off of it? You can't just worry and grieve 24 hours straight, day in, day out. So I don't know. Was that the right way to handle it? Was it not? I don't know if it is a right or wrong way. Maybe. I guess if you went on a shopping spree and threw a party, that would definitely be wrong. But I don't know about a little bit of pleasure. I don't know how wrong it was, but they definitely didn't want to be right. So
gotcha.
We'll leave it at that.
Moochie, I'm going to give it to you. Like J-Mo said, they wanted a little bit of pleasure. And since this is not Pleasure P, it's Little Murder, I guess he was back there making things bleed.
What?
Oh, my
God. Listen, they smashing in the kitchen around that food kind of unsanitary to me, but
right.
To each his own.
Moochie, you mean to tell me you ain't Moochie? I'm not believing this, Moochie. You're a grandmother, which means we know how children get here. And you mean to tell me you ain't never had no man do you like baby boy, get you in the kitchen after they
a man, yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm just...
Look, go ahead. How you looking, Jay? Go ahead, keep looking. Look, I'm human. I'm not a saint. I'm human, but I'm just saying, But I was there for it. I'll be there for the.
It's a lot of variables that go with that.
Mm-hmm. I'll be there for it, but you saw the look in Murder's face when he said the comment about being there with the last minute, and it seemed like he wanted to.
Yeah.
Tell him about Teak.
I don't know why sorry. I just don't get it.
I feel like he wanted to tell him about Teak, though, in regard, like, what happened, like how he was there that night. And I feel like he should have.
Yeah, I think he wanted to say something too, but that's a hard subject, though. I
feel he's traumatized towards it too.
Mm-hmm. I agree, but he came to the man's house covered in blood. I just feel like
he should have told him that night to me.
Blood, I'm surprised Clifford didn't push for answers because you're covered in someone's blood. Like, I don't know. The way they wrote that confused me because the average person would be like, no, what happened? You'd be concerned, like, what happened? Like, don't BS me. Tell me what happened. But I don't know why Murder can't say my friend did that. Like, I don't know. I don't know.
Let me rebuttal to you, Monique, because when Murder showed up at the door, him and Clifford already had something brewing between each other because remember, Murder came to say goodbye to Cliff and Cliff wouldn't show himself. Murder knew Cliff was right behind the door. So all these emotions was bubbling up and they never really got yielded. And so when he shows up at the door, yes, he's covered in blood. There needs to be some questions going on. But I think that the emotion of everything that was going on in that moment was why Cliff didn't grill Little Murder further because he was just happy to be there for a man that he kind of dissed when Murder came to the door the first time. So the emotions built up.
Sure. Yeah, sure. Maybe not that night, but yeah, sure. Maybe not that night, but it's been 2 weeks now. Damn it. Like, what the? You've been playing house for 2 weeks, Negro. Why the hell did you come to my house covered in blood? Who did you kill? What? Questions. I need questions. You could be hiding from the damn feds and using my house as a hideout spot. What the fuck? Hello? I need to know. See.
Okay.
I don't
Fellas, if you date Monique, do not show up to Monique house covered in anything red. I don't care if it's Kool-Aid. Do not show up to her house or you ain't getting in unless you tell her the whole story.
Damn Skippy.
I don't know if you want to. Sometimes you don't want to know.
I watched enough.
You don't want to know. Sometimes you don't want to know. Sometimes you want to be like, look, you was never here.
Right. Plausible deniability.
Exactly.
Okay. Nita, what was your interpretation of this scene? Because like I said, the conversation was deep once you got past this.
Yeah. I'm going to focus on. I'm not going to focus on, whatever.
Okay.
So I'm focusing on the conversation where Cliff answered the phone, and you really see that she is really trying to grapple with accepting that her grandmother may not come home. Because from that point on, she kept talking as if she had already got the news. And so that's when she started. All throughout the episode, she kept on saying, my grandmother's dying. She dying. I was like, oh. But that was the point where it really kind of just clicked for me. Like, oh, this is going to be like she's trying to, how, some older people or people in your life, they may fall ill and are battling an illness and stuff. And you try to prepare yourself for the moment when it happens. It feels like that's where Cliff is right now. And so I was just like, I just kind of felt bad for her. So yeah, I don't know. I just felt bad for her, but yeah. That's all I got to say about that.
All right. We've got a comment Moochie wants to read and break down real quick before we go to our next segment. It's from Candace Williams. She says, right, the average person would be concerned. It made no sense. He not down with the plug, but he okay with being an accessory to murder. Well, his name is Little Murder. That must be hell of a Johnson. Hey, sausage in the morning, Candace.
About Clifford.
Yeah, they talking about Clifford.
We're talking about Clifford. Yeah.
Moochie, you on mute.
You on mute,
I was gonna
Moochie.
say it is about Clifford, but it's a good point.
It's a great point.
It's a great point. I know we already jumping. I don't want to jump all the way there, but when she brought up the comment, I feel like we need to, when we get to it, I feel like we need to elaborate on that because I had something to say, but I'm not gonna go there now. But Candace Williams made a great point with that.
Right.
Like you
got rid of Big L over some pills. He was the plug, but you're not concerned that Little Murder show up your house covered in blood. You can't assume that was Kool-Aid. Most of the time, people show up with spotted blotches of red liquid. That's usually blood. So I think it's all about love.
Well, they could have him. They could have him as accessory to murder for the Montavious thing, as well as
that's what I was saying. But
if he talked to him,
I think those pills got some type of trauma attached with Clifford, maybe losing his
But
mama.
I think the comment. But hold on, I think it's also more so like not that he showed up with, not that murder came up just with blood, but in the episode he admitted to Clifford that he killed one of the other gang. He said it. I'll put another one of them in the ground. So it's like, he's a murderer. You're okay with that affiliation, but you're not okay. I don't know. I don't know if it's because it's linked to his establishment. I don't know, but we'll talk about it later. I don't know.
Look,
it's called love. Monique Nicole, it's called love. And when you're punch drunk with love, you tolerate a whole lot of stuff.
Somebody hitting that spot, right? You're gonna tolerate some things.
That's right.
You'll be like, you know what? This is wrong, but you know what? That's so right.
Yeah.
Because you getting hit with it right, you be like, oh,
yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna let that slide.
Exactly. And the deeper you put it in, Moochie, and the deeper you put it in, the more things get to slide.
He's swinging the D and he hitting that spot. When he like, you know what? I'm gonna let this slide.
You are both
I got
terrible.
you blushing, right? Look,
Mix it up.
You just
how you think girls be like, you know what? I'm gonna let him use my car while I'm at work.
Thank you.
You know why? Because he hitting that spot. Look, and then you like, you know what? You walking into work, watching your car drive away.
Not only that, Moochie.
No, and damn well he ain't going to work.
Exactly. And most of the time, dude be picking up another girl in your car while you at work.
I'm just saying.
It's called dickmatized.
That's
well,
right.
yeah, exactly. And men can be dickmatized too.
That's
I
true.
Wouldn't know.
And I'm going to give you guys.
I wouldn't know.
Would you say you wouldn't know what? What?
Know.
The what?
I wouldn't know because I'm a virgin.
Yeah, right. Okay.
It was a joke. It's being sarcastic.
Okay, let me move on to the next section here because we got a lot to cover. Moochie, this one falls on you, Moochie, and this was entertaining to say the least. Okay, this is the very beginning when Mississippi first run up on Diamond. She about to walk out, and Diamond said, "Let me get you a cup of water." Right? You know, let me fill the bitch up with some water because you the hit of the night, right? And so she talking that slick talk to him. And while the mood is getting set with them, they playing the great music. Shout out to the people that did the music on this show. They play the right music at the right time. And then all of a sudden, boom, we hear a trumpet, and it's like, where my wings at, nigga? Bing, 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 bing. Where my wings at? So, Moochie, I give this one to you. Did you see some trouble brewing or something brewing between Diamond and Mississippi and Big Bone? What was your thoughts when this scene first dropped? This chick talking about she want chicken wing, but she's sucking on a blow pop.
She said, she's thirsty, but I'm hungry. Or something like that, she said.
Right, yeah.
But she sees the chemistry with Keyshawn and Diamond. She sees it. So, and then she's listening to the other chicks at the club talking about it. So now, of course, she feel intimidated because she done came back.
Right.
And now they speaking. Before they wasn't. He wasn't even giving her the time of day.
Nope.
So it's like, she feels threatened. But yeah, that was like the spark that was ignited where she's gonna step to her if she gets a chance.
Monique Nicole, floor is yours. Jump on in there. Big Bone, Keyshawn, which team you on?
I mean, I'm Team Keyshawn. I understand Big Bone's position because who wants to be? I get how she's feeling because, that's my man right now. You come back on the scene with the gangster lean and you trying to take over. I would feel threatened too. Yeah, I'm trying to think if I have. I'm gonna save my thoughts for the other scene because Big Bone gonna be a problem and she's gonna.
And she's not the only one I feel is gonna be a problem too, because the very next thing we're gonna discuss involves pretty much everybody who's new to the Pynk. That was the walls was talking too much and people was listening with their ears too damn much. Nita the Diva got the hair looking like in the skunk. Talk to us, Nita.
Yeah, even though Keyshawn pulled that gun out on him in the finale of Murder Night, I'm still Team Keyshawn because I just don't care for Big Bone. Like she got nice tits. Look, listen. But her intentions are bad. We don't know what her whereabouts are. I mean, what she's doing. We don't know the motivations. And we already saw later on what she's about to do. And just like she said, the walls have ears and mouths. That's her. The mouth is her.
Oh. Right. So when you say the streets is talking, and when you say the walls and the Pynk is talking,
is her.
J-Mo, Only thing I got to do is let you get on top of all this right here, my man, literally and figuratively.
Go on, get on top of Big Bone.
On top, Jay.
No, that's right.
Jay,
now
Jay, get on top of Big Bone.
Right now, you pulling up the right scene.
Jay, let her know you got a lollipop that's way better than that shit in her hand.
Yeah, boy. Hey, she ready to fight for her man Diamond, boy. I don't know if I'd be ready. You know, she might be ready for her man meet. She come to protect hers over there. She already knows something ain't right because when he was hitting that from the back, she knew that he was thinking of somebody else. She said, "If I would have not known no better, I'd have been real happy right now." That add up. But she already knows. So now she like, oh, so this who you be imagining. Why you all up in this big bone? Why you got this big bone buried in your yard over here? So I don't know, man. Yeah. And then,
so Jay, you want to bury your big bone in her your bone in her backyard?
There wouldn't be too many complaints about it. But
that Moochie is nuts, man.
You can bury that bone in her. You can bury that bone. She got a big backyard.
One
right. And see, the bigger the backyard, the bigger the backyard, the more bones you can contain in that backyard. Now you gotta watch that. Now
them bones gonna get lost back there in that backyard. Over there. A lot of yardage, a lot of space. 100-yard line. But anyway, she don't seem to fit in because she got a body, but she don't have any of the dancing skills and none of that. And she DJing, but she was originally coming to be a dancer. So is she there to spy to see what happened with Montavious? We would probably find out next episode, but I wouldn't be surprised. I think so.
She said that somebody.
So if the walls is talking, right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't mean to cut you off, Jay. If the walls is talking, they've been talking about this murder over and over again.
Over and over.
Is she putting things together? Because it was a whole big blowout between Haley and Mercedes.
Right.
And they keep bringing that part up like it's your fault that I'm messed up.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, we going to that right now.
She mentioned the 7 pounds of pressure or whatever.
Yep. So right now, the lead off is on you, Monique. Take this anywhere you want to go. The only thing that I thought was pretty funny was how Mercedes was out here about to fall. And did y'all see the quick way Keyshawn ducked her ass right from underneath that pole? Like, this bitch ain't about to fall on me. Keyshawn showed y'all she can get Keyshawn Johnson style with the speed in her feet, and she got the hell away from that pole. Gosh. But the argument that they had, the walls is talking. Not only did Big Bone hear it, but that crazy Roulette, who is now a certified pimp, heard it. But did you all catch this too? Did you notice everywhere Diamond went, this head was turning with it? Every direction Diamond went, Keyshawn head was going with it. So, floor is yours, Monique. Anywhere you want to go with that scene.
Yeah, I love this scene because it went from them dancing to fighting. You know, it went from chill and funny to like tense and all the arguing. I just didn't understand why they were having so much dialogue in front of everybody. Not just Big Bone, Roulette, Whisper, and the things that they were saying was very specific and was enough to pique someone's interest. Exactly. Like, wait a minute, because Mercedes admitted that a bullet hit somebody and she wishes it would have. I mean, and that into that comment, I don't know. Y'all know Haley is annoying as shit, but I feel like that comment was a little intense to be like, I wish you died versus I thought that was kind of. I feel like Haley hasn't done enough to Mercedes for her to want Haley dead. Like, I thought that was a little dramatic. I think it's
she messing up her money. She messed up her money.
The bitch can't. She's a liability right now. So sorry.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
That's right.
If this whole thing didn't happen and she She didn't go in there to try to save her. She messed up her money. You don't think?
What I'm saying, Moochie, it's she has resentment. That's on you. You can't blame Haley because but it's kind of like I don't know.
She tried to
help. I'm with you. I'm with you
because she was giving her half of the door.
Right. I'm with you. I mean, and Mercedes ain't had no problems when she went to the coach house and she was dancing up and down the pole for 10 G's that day. All her problems is head issues in the Pynk.
I just felt the comment and the energy in there. Energy, but again, Haley's done sex stuff for sure, but I just felt like you're basically I wish you died was for me it was dramatic. Nonetheless, they were stupid to have that conversation in front of everybody. Big Bone definitely peeped it, and we all know she's connected somehow to Montavious. I'm surprised they dragged it out this long, and that's my only gripe with this episode is that I'm scared they're gonna have to cram everything into the finale and leave us with a cliffhanger. And I don't like cliffhanger. They better not do a cliffhanger. I hate when they do that. That's my only gripe with this episode.
Monique, there's no way they're gonna get everything concluded in this next episode. No way.
Yeah.
No way. And having said that, the floor is yours, Nita. What did you think about this scene with Big Bone hearing all the business, Roulette hearing all the business? She done told Mercedes she got gray hairs in her pee-pee, and Mercedes ain't nothing but 30. Damn.
That was funny as hell. I was screaming.
I know, right?
She was like, I'm not trying to. She's like, I don't want no parts of them gray pussy hairs. I said, oh my God, girl. I remember Miss K was saying that Roulette can go. Man, I love that because she brings the spice. She's like a wild card. She's just, you always gonna have a storyline going with her. She's not gonna be boring.
She wild. She wild, Miss. I mean, she nut. Like, she really is that. If it was a dude, you'd be like, that's a dude that don't give a F. You know what I'm saying? That's Roulette. That's Roulette. But I got jokes on Roulette later on because she talked big and bad, and she let somebody with 2 fingers give her nothing but pure pleasure. And I'm gonna let the fellas know, every man got a penis bigger than Duffy's 2 fingers, so that should give you hope. But we'll get there. But go ahead, Miss Anita.
Yes, but not before she yoked this ass up first. So there's that. So she made sure don't cut. She gave him consent, right? Okay. So anyway, it was funny, y'all. Do y'all know? I heard somebody say this in a review that Montavious actually went into Mercedes, like his spirit or energy. Did y'all see that? When she was either standing and going into the club or leaving out the club, his spirit went into. Because maybe that is the reason why she be up on.
She's very uncoordinated.
Right, but I don't know. I can't remember.
Is this the movie Ghost?
I didn't know for sure. I know I thought that pole moving around like that no more.
I thought Diamond sucked out all that pressure and all that energy.
That's what he
sucked it out of her.
I thought that too.
Yeah,
I thought that's
why it's confusing.
Yeah,
I guess then to your point, we're left to believe that it's in her head, right? Because I don't know. I'm actually still confused by it. Because
I definitely think it's in her head, and
it's in her head,
and it's haunting her. Like that whole thing is just haunting her at the Pynk. So I think if the Pynk was to move, God forbid, like we don't want it to move, all that bad juju will be gone. You know what I'm saying? And all of that could just be like something of the past. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I don't know. Maybe they may go that way with that, but I don't know. But I know it was funny. It was a funny scene. Like
it was a good scene.
Cliff was trying to be like, "Yes, girl, yes," and then he was like, "Oh shit."
Jump on in there, brother Jay. he did do. Haley over there smoking her cigarette, all calm, cool, and collective. Cliff is up there, and y'all gonna clown me for this, but I'm sorry. This was the first time I ever heard David Banner's song unedited. This was the first time I heard the real. Yes, I didn't know he was telling you to hit the click and run, girl, get that pussy. I didn't know.
Yes, very
explicit song. Look, she really frozen.
Go ahead, Jay.
Yeah, man, I think she feeling a little bit of pressure to try to come back and be the headliner, and she ain't got her mind right up in there. I didn't think about how she was okay at Coach, but when she come in here, she ain't got it together. So maybe it is more mind than muscle. But then she have a little bit of soreness, but she pushed through it or something over there.
She got through it. She got through. And Jay, I got the receipts to show you. We're gonna talk about that next. That was her at Coach House. And damn it, she's struggling just to do this.
Right.
I mean, struggling so much that Keyshawn was like, hell no, you ain't about to fall on me.
I know that's right. I'd have rolled out of the way too if I was her with the shoot. I'm still don't understand why we never got to see her fall. I hate they cut that out. Like, how did she not be? Yeah. Well, shoot, she looked like she never fell. I mean, she was up high.
Yeah,
she that was a high fall. I'm like, what? She didn't go to the hospital? Nothing.
Right. It was very dramatic.
Yeah, they did it in slow motion, and then we don't never see what happened. Like, did somebody catch her? Did she fall on somebody? Did she fall on what?
Jay, the last time we seen a black person falling in slow motion like that, his ass is dead. His name was Ghost.
I know, right? He turned into one.
Or did he?
Right.
Oh my God.
Moochie, what you got on this, Moochie? Finish this off for us, Moochie. What you got?
I like the whole scene, but I feel like they was exposing too much, man.
Way too much.
Way too much where it's going to come back and bite them. And that was basically like, you know how you have company over and there's a family fight while the company's there? Right. That's what that's what it is. But to me, Big Bone is taking all of this in.
Yeah.
She's taking all of this in. And then you got the other two, Roulette and Whisper. Whisper don't really say much, but she knows whose energy is off.
She do.
Right.
Yeah.
She knows whose energy is off. She even look. I'm not going there, but she's picking up on a lot of things.
She is.
She's picking up on a lot of things, and we saw that later on in this episode. But with this whole thing with the fight, it is in Mercedes' head because we seen how elegant and how graceful she was at Coach's at the thing she did with Coach. And I think when being that we at this part that you just showed, that's when she had her reality check. Like, yeah, chick, it's all in your head, but it's time for you to move on to bigger and better things.
Yeah, definitely. All right, well said. Nita, we starting out with you. Next thing we got, but let me shout out this great audience. Right now, we've got 455 people. Please give us a like, subscribe, share our content. Everybody you see on this panel has a YouTube presence and a social media presence. Their link is in video description. Check them out. They put out great content. Shout out to the homie Crunk Girl, my homie from the video game days, still sticking with me. Shout out to Kira Speaks. She does YouTube too. She's in the comment section holding you guys down. And Tamika Den, shout out to the homie there as well. Nita, we start out with you. Now, I got to admit, Farrah did a damn good job of taking these pictures. I can't lie, because if you a man and you see this and you ain't turned on, maybe you need to go be looking at Uncle Clifford. That's all I'm saying. Because this is beautiful right here. This is beauty. This is art. Look at the way the sunshine is either setting or rising by her arm and glowing on her beautiful body and those nice supple breasts, that nice booty and all that. Farrah knew what the hell she was doing, okay? I give a dissertation. And then Farrah lets her know, I'm in Memphis. She came, but you freed me. You freed me of 210 pounds of the coach. And did you like what Mercedes said? Mercedes said, you know, you divorcing Coach? She was like, yeah, I'm chasing my happiness. And Mercedes said, yeah, that sounds like a rich bitch, you know. But what she don't know is Farrah is going to get that bag. So having said that, she done got rid of Coach, and her happiness is right here between her artwork and between the muse of the artwork, which is Sadie's. Floor is yours, Nita.
Yes, she definitely got a muse in Mercedes. I love the artwork. It is so breathtaking. And just to walk in and hear like secondhand, like you're not in the conversation, but they're talking about you. They're bigging you up. They're all the stuff that you feel like you're lacking. They're like pouring into you. You hear that like an affirmation and stuff in your head. It was just a beautiful scene. I loved it. I hope. Everybody talking about Farrah wig. I'm gonna get there, but
Take that damn haircut.
You know,
why did you get that damn haircut for?
What happened?
You know what? You know, okay, I'll just go there now since everybody laughed. Okay, so listen, when women go through breakups, they go through changes of life. They go, you see things happen with their hair. They want to make a drastic change. They want to feel like they're in control of something. Maybe they'll shave half their head off. Maybe they'll dye it purple. You know, you just never know. Like sometimes
so the wig broke up too.
The wig broke up too. Look,
the wig.
I know when I got my divorce, I cut my hair.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I did like a
and Moochie and Nita. Some people go on a fitness journey and do the same thing. You know, some women go on this fitness journey. They come back looking 3 times better than what they looked originally. That type thing. You know, so keep on preaching, sister.
Okay. So anyway, since I said that about there, I hope that this exhibit actually catapults Mercedes by word of mouth to get into something else, to move into her next era of what she's going to do, where like we see her, she can be graceful, but I feel like in the Pynk, she feel like she can't be, because she has this reputation of being one of them crunk strippers that be doing all the like the hard stuff, the dancing on the ceiling and all that stuff. And I feel like she can't fully embrace that side, because I think that was like Mississippi's territory. She was like the real graceful dancer and stuff like that. So I think she's kind of putting a lot of pressure on herself. And I think maybe if she would let some of that pressure go, the performance wouldn't be as bad. But I'm just hoping she can take this buzz to the next level, get somewhere, maybe do art, teach classes, something. You know what I'm saying? Just something where you don't have to be worrying about working at the Pynk.
Right. J-Mo, I'm going to give it to you. And my rebuttal to Nita is, if you saw my trailer breakdown, Farrah ain't going nowhere. And it looks like Sadie's has a new building all to herself. And I'll just leave it at that. That's the friendly tease. Go check out that trailer breakdown when you get a chance, everybody. J-Mo, I started to make this my thumbnail, my brother, but I was like, nah, I'll just leave it on the screen. So when you talk, you can talk about how the sun is rising up over the beautiful puppies and how the sun is setting on the dawn of a beautiful booty. It's all yours, Jay.
Beautiful booty. Yeah, man, that was definitely, the pictures and stuff was dope. And everybody, you know, appreciated that. But the thing I was thinking of when I first saw it is, how you taking pictures and putting it in a gallery with my name on it when it's supposed to be an NDA? You ain't gave me no money. What if I didn't want all my info out there like that? And
she signed that non-disclosure, Jay. She can do what she want to do with them pictures.
She ain't supposed to be taking no pictures, let alone putting it in the gallery and stuff. So if I was Mercedes, I'm like, yeah, I need more money. Time to negotiate. We gonna work something out. So yeah, she ain't going nowhere because she on the hook. She done did too much right there. I'm sure they'll work it out, because it seemed they done made a little connection and might start really liking each other. They probably be dating next season, and the old Maine ain't gonna never get a chance. But unless they make a Maine sandwich,
bruh,
make a man sandwich.
Coach Jay, you saw how the coach was back there making his elixir, a protein shake, Viagra, Cialis, and all kinds of. He thought he was gonna tear some pussy up that night, and he saw.
He ruined his own experience. He was stupid. They was still down. I don't know why he did that. That was stupid.
I was like, Coach,
right?
Come
drank
on,
all
Coach.
that Viagra for nothing.
Come on, Coach. You running around here, you know, Jay. Sometimes the Viagra affects men differently, and you've heard one of the side effects of Viagra is that you got a woody for like 5 to 10 daggone hours that you can't get to go down. Now, Coach, you had 2 females that is of the chocolate bad nature that would have helped you with your Viagra side effects, okay? And now you ain't got not nail one of them.
Right. Now he got to go buy both of them again. You got to go buy another wife, and you got to go buy another side piece.
Mm-hmm.
And he's still gonna have to pay for the wifey leaving. You know she about to hit him in the head for some alimony. She about to tear him apart. Yeah, Coach ain't gonna be. He gonna be coaching AAU when they get done with that ass. Moochie, the floor is yours, Moochie.
With this, I love this scene when she went in there because she was feeling so down about herself. And when she saw the pictures and heard the whispers, like Nita was saying, it's building back up her confidence. I do agree. I saw your video earlier, Lamont, and I do agree with you. This is not the last of Farrah. I think we're gonna see a lot more of her, and we might even see Coach come back, even though he kind of mad right now. He gonna come back. He gonna come back.
Coach gonna come back, Moochie.
Mm-hmm.
You see Coach coming back.
That's a lot to
Bruh.
He is.
Look. Coach was in the middle of all this, Moochie. Just think, you got chocolate on one side, the sun rising on one side, then you got chocolate on the west side, and Coach was in the middle of all that.
Mm-hmm.
And now his ass is out the picture. Coach.
Exactly.
Chocolate.
Coach. And then on top of that, the maid Farrah go get the damn Jada bad hairdo from The Shot. She done went and got the Jada wig.
Somebody said, look, it was somebody in the comments, yo, the wig cracks got me laughing. They were saying that her wig, they said her wig looked like
the 1995.
They said her wig
bootleg version.
Y'all can't even get it out. But I want to give the person a shout out because they said her wig looked. They said Farrah wig was not the move, but the other person had like a name for the wig.
Yo,
they had a name for the wig, and I can't. I was trying.
While Moochie's
no, it wasn't a Tyler
the Tyler Perry wig. Yep.
I mean, man, damn, man. You get the last word on this, Monique. Whenever you need to mop the floor, you know where to go get the most absorbent mop bottom right here.
Somebody call it a granny wig.
Now look, y'all gotta admit, it did make Farrah look old as hell.
7-Eleven say, but that wig was trash. Yeah. Farrah's wig was not flattering.
Look, when I watched this with Crystal, Monique. And the first thing I said was, that ain't Farrah. That's somebody damn grandma. Like, what the fuck? That's kind of wig. That's kind of wig your grandma put on. And I was like, that is not a flattering wig for Farrah, but the floor is yours, Monique.
Oh, yeah. Somebody called it the 5 Heartbeats wig, and they said it was from the Supremes. That's what it was.
Hey, even they wig look better than this.
Like Jennifer Hudson.
That wig,
I can't stop laughing.
That wig is like the 1995 bootleg version of like the Toni Braxton, Halle Berry pixie cut. Like that hair. Why
they look like a Russian?
Her a damn.
You know the
hold on. Why they give her a damn lesbian ass haircut? They trying to make. I feel like they're trying to give her a lesbian.
Yes, she's going into her queerness. She says she like peas more than Coach do.
So you think they trying to butch her out?
Yeah.
She might be a full.
Wait a minute! Whoa! She might be a full
identity.
Wait a minute. One at a time.
She might be a full-blown lesbian.
Wait a minute. One of y'all said butcher out, which implies they about to make her the more masculine of the two.
She is
a little bit of both.
She showed that when she was doing the master mix, yo.
But Farrah,
she the one bringing.
When she was on the ones and twos, that's when she showed you she was taking charge.
But Farrah was so she's more she's not butch Mooch. I rebuke that in the name.
I'm saying the haircut. I'm saying the haircut makes her look like that. That's what it is.
I say she look like Marla Gibbs.
Marla Gibbs from the Jeffersons.
227 up in this.
From the Jeffersons.
Yeah.
Y'all terrible.
Florence.
Wasn't she on Amen too? So she looked like
the Gibbs put in some work. Marley.
Yo, we are so bad tonight. God, please.
You know you can't be giving nobody no bad costume when you on the panel with this damn channel, because I grew up a fat kid, so they picked on me. I had to learn jokes quick. Okay, so you know you can't be giving nobody no bad costume when you're gonna be on this channel. And Farrah looks way better than this wig looks on her.
Yeah, it did make her look good.
But,
I swear that looked like the hats the Russians wear.
You know what? I can't with you, Jay. I can't.
Oh my God.
All right,
y'all making my stomach hurt.
You give me wig, no?
But I'm losing my train of thought.
Go ahead, Monique. Go ahead.
I'll keep losing it. I think that in the future episode, they're gonna work out some type of deal where Farrah is gonna pay her probably some sort of percentage based off of, this is assumption, based on, you know, however much a painting sells for. She'll probably give her, I don't know, 10%, 15%. She gonna help her out because she knows the deal. She knows that she played a part in cutting off her sponsor. So she feels bad and she gonna get some money and maybe get some coochie at some point again. But Mercedes gonna get her money. She gonna get her money. She gonna be back on her feet before we know it.
And you know what? Farrah is the business mind. Farrah might turn this shit into an NFT and get some digital money up on this bitch. You know what I'm saying? That's where Farrah can go with it. And Mercedes did mention it was mostly business, but there was some pleasure involved. See? Then now that's where that pleasure P come in. Right here with Farrah.
You get that pleasure like sausage in the morning.
Don't nobody need the coach when you got a pole. That's all you need. You got a pole and you got 4 sets of lips. You're good to go just like that. Lord have mercy. Okay, Moochie, you on deck, Moochie. I saw that look. That's the look of trouble, ladies and gentlemen. Moochie's telling me I'm doing too much.
No,
so here
I didn't
we go.
say you was doing too much. This whole episode got me cracking up with the wig.
You want to see it one more time?
It's a lot.
All right.
I'm just saying. I think she gonna get to do the master mix on her again.
Of course.
And they gonna work out something where they're gonna be in business together. I think she's gonna help her with how she wants to do this thing for the girls, and they might end up turning it into, like what you said, maybe a nonprofit thing, but she's gonna be making money from it. It like a community thing with her thing with the cheerleader girls or whatever.
Exactly.
Or where they have them in the competitions or something like that, like the dance things. Like what's that other lady that she's from down there bottom, the one that does Bring It?
Yeah, the dance.
I think they're gonna try to do something, incorporate something like that. Don't be surprised if you might see the chick from Bring It on this next season, yo.
Hey, I'm here for it, man. I'm here for it. Whatever you can do this show been stepping up the game, man. So if I have any endangered bird species and you need a nice home, here you go.
This is the bird nest right. She does look like the chick from Belly. She does look like Keisha from Belly.
She does.
So Moochie,
in that picture right there, she does look like her because of the hair, I guess, or the way the camera caught her.
Moochie, this one is for you, Moochie. We're gonna start with you on this one. So Little Murder decides he's gonna turn it up on the Pynk grand reopening, and he's gonna come with Tina Snow, who is played by Meg Thee Stallion. And so Meg come up here, turn this thing up 100 different ways, calls the Unk a pimp and says he's not a pimp, but they know about the Unk down in Texas because everything in Texas is bigger. So if everything in Texas is bigger,
baby arm.
Right, exactly. The J-Mo took the word right out of my mouth. So Moochie, they gets to talking. Oops, wrong clip. They gets to talking right here, and Murder gets a little jealous because Unk got somebody he needed to go beat in the back room, and Unk got a little jealous because Tina was filling up all on Little Murder chest, talking about coming to Texas, coming to Houston. We get things crunk. Talk to me about this scene, Moochie.
She don't even know she barking up the wrong tree with that. He's barking up the wrong tree. He not feeling her like that. And he just worried about who you going in the back room with.
Yeah. Who?
What you mean you got a client? You get clients?
He like, hey, can I get a fill up on pump 2?
Who you giving your sausage to?
Moochie, look, ever since what was episode 2 when they actually showed Uncle Cliff's package and it looked like a damn baby's head, I just couldn't imagine it. I just can't imagine a watermelon being down there. They made a man penis look like a watermelon, okay? When Jay talk about people filling up at pump 2, that really gives me pain. I can't deal with it. But finish your thought, Mooch.
I like this whole thing with I like this part with them getting jealous because then you see. I'm trying not to laugh. Y'all still got me laughing, and then knowing that crazy fool was in the back.
Now that's Megan Thee Stallion, of course, right?
Yeah,
that's Meg.
I thought she was real tall. I guess she'd be around a lot of short people.
No, she's tall.
So how tall is
Clifford? I think Clifford is like a giant though compared to her.
Clifford is 6'3".
Yeah, so she looked like she like 5'9", 5'9".
And she got on like 8-inch heels in this scene.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah. So I think in real life she's 5'6", which is taller for women. That's taller than the average woman. But with them heels on, she about 6 foot.
Who said? Somebody said Meg Thee Stallion is 6 feet.
That's what I was told. So that's why I was thrown off a little. It looked like the height difference between.
Well, we know she's taller than Tory Lanez.
More than 3 inches.
Well, it could just also be how the cameras pan.
It could be.
Yeah. We already know she's taller than
It said that she's 5'10", 132 pounds. 5'10", 132.
That's it. 132.
5'10", 132.
She carries that weight good because at 132 and 5'10", she should be real skinny looking. She don't look real skinny looking. She look like the dancers at the Pynk.
Boy, she look like that. She look like that breakfast sausage, J-Mo.
She might be just toned or whatever. Like she's not muscular. She just toned.
Right.
Yeah, because muscle
and it's still jiggling.
Right.
She lucky. Yeah, she won the lucky one.
Still jiggling and it's still. Somebody said that's a lie that she 132.
Yeah, somebody else. Yeah, Miss Kara, I agree.
Somebody said more like 150
for 5'10". Yeah, if somebody say 150, 160, then that would have been. I could see that.
Now I can see this right here, 5'10", 165. I can
see
that.
Yeah.
I can see that. I can see that. Yeah, I can see that.
She got
all right.
She got
Monique Nicole, jump in there. How did you enjoy this scene with Meg Thee Stallion, Little Murder, and Unk?
I loved it. I love the scene. I love the dialogue. I like how Cliff was getting jealous. The whole thing was cute and funny. their performance was great until some people ruined it. But we'll get there soon. But I loved it, and the song is actually good. Like I listened to it. Like all the music from the show is on like Spotify. I'm not sure about.
It's on Apple.
Okay, Apple Music, Spotify. So yeah, I mean it's a dope record. So I like this. She fit in, right? You know, she fit in. You know,
she did. She definitely did. I agree with that 100%. All right, what you got, Nita the Diva? You on mute.
My bad. I loved it. The only thing I will say is that I feel like Meg picked up on some energy between them.
You think so?
I thought she missed it.
Yeah, she missed it, in my opinion.
I thought she peeped it, and she was like, she pulled his face and was like, "You ready?" Because it felt like she was looking at him with the side eye. That's just me.
No,
but
right. She peeped that he wasn't paying attention, but she didn't peep the seriousness of it. Rather,
right.
Yeah, but she did peep he wasn't paying.
Maybe it was something that she might keep her eye out on or something.
Right. That makes sense.
Okay.
But I love my girl.
Jay, finish it off. How'd you feel about Meg Thee Stallion as Tina Snow?
I was surprised to see her, and they fit good with the white and the red. It's like the fire and ice. Game of Thrones pop up out of here. You know, the king and queen of the club, and even though I wouldn't probably wear that type of red thing. I ain't a rapper named Lil Murder, so I guess that's probably why I wouldn't wear that, but it fit, and he came out, they was holding it, you know what I'm saying, holding the carpet for him, the red carpet, and they walked in, and I thought that was a good scene. I liked the way it was filmed, and and everything. It made them look like stars because it filmed from the bottom going up. Made them look big and everything, and that was dope. And I just think Lil Murder need to get his act together though, and stop trying to fight the world and stuff. Because when it went down on stage, she got her ass out of there
quick.
He up here want to fight and box the club. Like, dude, your arms too short to box the club now. Come on, you ain't gonna be able to do it. You gonna get shot, beat up, robbed. Especially with all them chains, like that's right there as a come up. We get in a fight, I'm gonna run by and snatch and grab and bounce. That's $100,000, 50 grand, 20 grand.
Look, they just robbed a store in New York. It took them 30 seconds. They used hammers, broke the glass in the Bronx, stole jewelry, estimated $2 million in jewelry they stole in 30 seconds, and they only went to the front door. Had a dude looking out at the door. Two dudes ran in, one with a bag, one with a hammer, broke the window, took the jewelry, in and out in 30 seconds, $2 million in the Bronx.
Wow. And jewelry is the best way to get money like that, because that $2 million worth of jewelry didn't take up as much weight or space as that $2 million in cash or artwork or something like that. So you can get on the plane with that jewelry, go around the world, sell it, do whatever. It's gone. They break it down, put it in new art pieces.
That's right. And y'all about to make me cry because I gave up my class ring for a female, never got it back. Damn it, and I'm still mad about that shit.
Man, I gave up my class ring on some similar situation.
See,
didn't get it back.
What you gave it to some chick?
Y'all didn't get it back?
Not necessarily like that.
I mean, my story was. My sweetheart at the time was low on rent, trying to get through hair school. I'm trying to get through respiratory school. She needed some money. I said, well, here, you can pawn my class ring. Just make sure you get it back. Not only did I not get it back, I'm not with her ass no more either. And you know what? It's for the better. Let's go to Monique Nicole right now. Right now. I made a baby with the woman I was supposed to make a baby with, damn it. But you know I do miss that ring, though. Shoot. $420 what my class ring cost.
That's about what mine cost, but my son just graduated. They up to $1,000.
What?
Yes, $1,000, $1,200, $1,700.
Inflation.
for a class ring. I was like,
Nigga,
what?
That's horrible.
It ain't that many inflated balloons in the world talking about some inflation. There should be no reason from 99 when I graduated, and I had a nice ring. I had the top of the line ring. It go from $420 to J Mo said $1,200.
They got more than that, 14, 1700. The way they got it, like if you want to pay the 400, you could pay the 400, but you just gonna get a piece of metal. Like it's nothing on it. No gold, no silver, no pressure.
So you got a damn wedding band. You got a wedding band. That's
well, no, it'll look like a class ring, but it's not a precious metal. It's not like it's gold or silver or not. Just
what the hell are you paying $400 for?
For all of the stuff you want to put on it,
the memory.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? There's men that pay. I guess we can't be mad since Jay said the memory. There's men that pay thousands of dollars for a 2-minute memory. So I guess you know what?
A 2-minute memory.
Yeah. Well, who you think gonna create a 2-minute memory? Roulette doing it on the regular.
As a matter of fact, let's move on so we can get to this. Monique Nicole, you the lead off. You the lead off, Monique. So we learned more about one of Nita's favorite characters, Roulette. All right, Uncle Cliff done threw this bitch out the Pynk because this is the girl that's about to kill grandmother. Okay, and she is sad. She got bills to pay. She's down on her luck, and I will admit this, y'all. In the beginning of this show, Whisper scared me with all her ambiance and the way she looked. Whisper has whisperedly grown on me. I'm starting to dig Whisper now all of a sudden. Okay. And so Whisper's like, girl, we're going to take care of you. So Roulette pulls out some money and said, here, this for you. And the girl thinks it's a loan. And Roulette said, honey, this is your money. But you know what you're going to do for that money? You're going to spread them legs because closed legs don't get fed. And I'm your pimp. So get your ass on that street and go to the motel, not the hotel, the motel. And this is your down payment. Floor is yours, Monique.
She about to suck some D for some change, man. That's a sad day.
I'm gonna tell you what my uncle the big dog said, Monique. I'm gonna tell you what my uncle the big dog told me as a young man, and in the beginning I did not want to believe it. He said, Lamont, it's cheaper to buy it. And I was like, what do you mean cheaper to buy it? He was like, because one way or the other one you're gonna pay for it, whether you married a woman or whether you just go buy some pussy. And I was like, well, what about love and commitment? And he was like, it's cheaper to buy it. So one way or the other one, fellas or woman, whoever, you pay for it one way or the other one. It's just how you're going to go about paying for it. Floor is yours, Monique.
I hope you was age appropriate with that type of advice.
I was 21. I was 20. I really wasn't age appropriate because I was still very wet behind the ear. I still believed in love and the Constitution, and Hulk Hogan really took vitamins to get them muscles. I still believed in all that bullshit back then. Okay, so I really wasn't old enough to hear that type of stuff, but you know what? I heard it anyway. I grew up.
Hulk Hogan.
Well, so I want to start off real quick with the fact that they're leading us to believe that what's her name? I'm sorry. What's her name?
Whisper.
Chick.
Toy.
Right here.
Toy.
No,
Toy.
the other girl.
Toy. Roulette.
Thank you. Toy. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
No, Toy. They're leading us to believe that she was not the person that gave grandmother COVID. And I think that's really interesting that they dropped that in there. So I'm like, okay, who could it be?
It could have been that chick, the health inspector. It could very well have been the damn health inspector that gave grandma the COVID.
For them to emphasize on it and be like, oh, it could be somebody else. That means it's somebody like really like important.
Oh,
that's my theory.
They were asymptomatic.
Yeah. No, I mean that was real.
I know, that's why it was funny.
That was real. Like, yeah. So we'll see how that goes. Because she kept saying I wasn't the one that did it. I wasn't anyway. We'll get there whenever it happens. But poor Toy, because she about to get pimped out. This is feeling like the Players Club. She is Ronnie. Roulette is Ronnie, and she about to pimp these heifers out. I hope none of them get hurt, but
it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. It's a matter of who. It's just a matter of who and when is gonna be collateral damage, because it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
She about to be the boy Toy. You got your pimp with one bullet. Yeah, something about to happen. She can't.
Damn right.
Can't do too much.
You can't be the security with one bullet in this day and age. You know, like this. This is not the day where you got a fucking musket, right? One bullet, right? Put the powder in, stuff it, poop, and then you got to no.
Hold on one minute.
I will say real quick, Roulette that bitch is savage. Before she gave the money, she said, "Damn sis, you about to be homeless. Sorry." Like she did not. She was like, "Oh, you about to be homeless, sis." Sorry. Whisper had to be like, "Relax,
girl, come on." Nita, jump on in there, man. How did you like the emergence of the new pimpstress? You know, the real pimpstress of the show, Roulette, who runs around with a 6-shooter and 1 bullet.
Right. That's why I say she can't go nowhere. Like the story writes itself with her. Like we keep getting more and more and more. And then, you know, some of the people, they look like they're actually getting ready to exit the Pynk. Not saying they're going to go away from, you know, P-Valley per se, but you know, it feels like Mercedes getting ready to move on. Possibly Keyshawn is about to move on. Gidget is already gone. So we can't like kind of lose all of our major players. So definitely loved her. She was definitely giving pimp vibe. And yeah, and I think that's where we're going with this. That's exactly where we're going with this. And I don't think Toy is going to be as lucky as Whisper. I think she's going to fall the other way. That's what I think.
100% on that one. J-Mo, what you think, man? You starting to get a little sweet on Whisper too?
I don't know. All them little bumps on her cheek just look a little weird, like some voodoo or something. I ain't talking about like she got bad skin. She got some type of like like some type of design stuff. That's then with those eyes and stuff. I don't know. She's a little spooky to me, but I don't know, man. I don't want no rid on me. Bury my drawers in the backyard. Can't leave the house for 2 weeks. But nah, man. But yeah, I ain't never seen a pimp actually give the money up front. I'm like, so how long she got to work that off? She could just take that.
I know.
Pay her bills and bounce. Right. What y'all talk about?
Yo, that is a knot. Do you hear me?
Mississippi knot in Mississippi. That's why I tell people Mississippi knot. Now you know. That's how they carry their money. They ain't got no wallets, just a rubber band. That's but no, she had a Mississippi knot, and them tears dried up real quick. She was like, when you are start.
Jump in there, Moochie. Finish this one off, my sister.
I wanted to say I disagree with you, Monique, on her giving Ernestine COVID. She gave it to her, and Roulette and Whisper confirmed it when they were sitting out there talking. She gave it. Not only did she give it, she said you did kill her grandmother. So now
I'm saying in this episode they dropped. But 2 times in this episode, they wrote a line in alluding to it not being her. So I think it's intentional. They did it twice.
I think she gave it to her when they were sitting at the bar together, and Clifford was taking her blood to check her blood sugar. You got somebody vulnerable to a lot of germs and stuff, and she was out in the open coughing right in front of this woman.
I get that, Moochie, but I still feel like Nicole has a point where they're trying to make it seem as if it could have been somebody else, even though all the evidence would suggest that it was this girl right here. Like, you saw the way Uncle
They
Clifford
trying to
jumped
put
down
reasonable doubt in your head.
Right, exactly.
And I don't got no reasonable doubt with it. That was that chick. She wasn't covering her mouth. She was sneezing all over the place. She was sitting next to her while she was getting tested. And you already know she's an elderly woman and she weak. You can't bring that around nobody like that. She gave it to.
No, I hear you.
No. I'm just saying. I disagree with
writers,
you.
I'm just of course. But I'm saying, to me, I'm only changing my mind based on how they wrote the episode. So they intentionally put twice in the episode.
Yeah, I
alluding
understand
that it could be somebody else. Now I'm gonna hit y'all with this. Write this down, Lamont. Hold on. Write this down if I'm right. It'd be some shit if it ended up being Clifford and he was asymptomatic and he ended up being the one, him or Murder. If it's him or Murder that actually gave it to her.
Do you think they're gonna verify that? Because I mean, they didn't even do that in real life. So
exactly.
I don't know, but
I'm just saying, I'm going off what they wrote. I don't write the script. I'm going off what they wrote.
Okay,
that's all.
All right. Well, we'll see. I'll put it down anyway. Monique Nicole, ladies and gentlemen, wants me to put down, in a surprise twist of fate, grandmother gonna die from her granddaughter. Yeah, from her granddaughter. So I put that down for you, Monique. Grandma dies from granddaughter.
Yeah,
gotcha.
But I'm trying to figure out how they're gonna find that out. HFG, how would they find out who gave her what?
It's TV, Moochie. Just make up something.
If he's asymptomatic, only way we gonna find out if he have it if he actually sick and they tell him that.
Yeah, I
so
remember
he got to get it,
or if he gets tested for another reason. But again, I'm going off of what they wrote. Jay agreed, put it in there twice, alluding to it being somebody else. So that's all I'm going off of. I could be wrong, but I'm just going off of what they alluded to. That's all.
Yeah. All right. That's a good one. Like that statement. Now let's get on to boy. Monique led off on that one, so Nita the Diva gets the lead. This one's boy. And Nita, you the perfect woman to lead off on a red light special. Let me just show you what went down. So somebody is filling their oats, Nita, and I'm talking about Corbin. Uncle Cliff came and gave Corbin a little speech, and that got Corbin all hot and bothered. And Corbin said, for me to be the kind of man I need to be and get this money, I need you to whip my ass, Uncle Clifford. And look at Corbin back there looking like Kunta fucking light-skinned Kente. Ass all whipped up. It looked like they playing tic-tac-toe on his back from all the whippings he done got from the Unc. And needless to say,
I'm the
Unc obliged him and whipped that ass. What did all this mean to you, Nita the Diva?
Listen, I thought this was so funny because I was like, okay, the first time that we saw this, remember the whole room was different. It was the whole white, right? So now we have the red room. So I'm trying to figure out the symbolism with that. They are really going with this red and white, so I'm trying to figure out what that means. I want to say it means death, but I don't know for sure. But anyway, my whole thing is when he offered 250 stacks, Clifford was like, say less. He started with say less. So look, we got going where we needed to go. I was like, okay. I love the scene. It was good. I don't know what it's some kind of kink that he has or whatever. And I think it has something with him being, working in the cotton field, being half breed or whatever, and being mistreated by white people. So I think that's kind of like that kink that fulfills that kind of kink for him. So I don't know.
Well, Jay, I'm gonna give it to you, but I'm gonna say this to Nita. Not only did they have it dark, melodic, but did you hear the music they was playing? It was all melodic and symbolic and kind of scary and shit. I was like, damn, he better not be a slave. His ass ain't running nowhere. And then
I was scared at first. I don't know what was going to happen.
And I have some friends. Well, I had some friends back in my day. I had a past that used to be into stripping and doing these type of acts if people paid for them, right? and their number one customers was always white dudes who feel like they had skimmed the system somehow, some way, and would like to be dominated by these women. One girl told me white dude was CEO or something in Greenville, North Carolina, and I ain't gonna put his name out there like that. But he wanted to be whipped, and he wanted her to smoke a cigarette and burn his ass. So this is a real thing that happens because of white guilt. But Jay Moore, I give it to you.
Well, thank you.
Wow.
But yeah, man, I would have beat his ass for $250,000. No, I ain't gonna lie, man. That's $250,000 for whipping you.
Are you kidding me?
Dude, crazy.
Look, I would have whipped him if he wanted me to put on nails and scratch his back like this. I would have got a back scratcher, $250K. Yeah.
Back scratcher.
Whatever he needs.
Yeah, this dude, I don't know. He gonna be broke soon. This is gonna be another story of somebody that was having money and then back to being broke, trying to get lap dances. Talking about, remember when I used to tip you good? Hey. Nah, man, it's over with. He throwing money away, and that $250,000 was dumb anyway. Because if Autumn don't want to sell it, it don't matter if you got 10 million. If she didn't want to sell it for 10 million, ain't nothing nobody can make you sell it. So he just threw that 250 out the window for nothing. Wow. And he was all happy and excited when he came back with the crew, blood spilling out the back of his shirt. He like,
you saw that? You saw that?
Yeah. He done beat the energy back into his ass. Like, oh yeah, what's up, man? Let's party. Yeah. I've been needing it, Clifford. I've been needing it.
Oh my God. Moochie, I was swing your way with this one, Moochie.
Would I have took the $250,000 for to whip him? Yeah, I would have been like Django whipping him. Like, you know how Django had that blue suit on and was tearing that guy out? I would have been just like that.
Real brother.
You know how when you get hit in this thing and you be like,
I'm done. I'm too done. I'm done.
When you be doing a dance status thing, I would have been hitting him like that, yo.
Monique, take the floor, man. We in so much trouble today.
Yes, I would have took the money. Yes, I would have took the money. Yes, I would have been handling that whip.
Right.
Moochie, I would have put on the nails too and got me a back scratcher. That man would have been feeling the tickling anywhere he wanted on his backside.
Tickle me Elmo.
You damn right. Tickle me mulatto. That's what we were calling.
You said tickle me Elmo, Jay?
Yeah. I said tickle me mulatto. That's what we would have done for Corbin. Go ahead, Monique.
There's not much to say. But I initially, maybe I'm crazy, like the first 10 seconds, y'all, I was nervous because he started the conversation out by saying, "Oh, thanks for that great advice you gave me." And we all know that it backfired because Patrice didn't. So at first I thought he was gonna get buck with Cliff.
Oh,
and
I'm gone.
Because that's how, he started the conversation. I was like, oh shit, is he mad at Clifford? Like, what the? So the fact that it flipped to this, I did not see that coming. I didn't see it coming. I thought they were going to discuss business. I thought he was going to try to convince Clifford to do something. I was surprised, but Corbin, he had an itch that he had to scratch. So
yeah, but you know what I do have a problem with him doing this? Is this in the lines of dumb like prostitution? Because he took that money and the cameras is there. He could be trying to set dude up where they just shut the club down and close it and they don't gotta buy it from nobody. Did you ever think about that?
No,
that's what I thought about. And if that they go back and look at those tapes,
that ain't no different than paying for a lap dance.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but if they go back and start investigating and look at those tapes, who was getting they Jimmy waxed by Roulette up in there? And she took money.
It depends on how long.
So I'm not saying it could happen. I'm just saying keep your eyes out. It could come back and bite somebody in the butt where they trying to close down the Pynk.
And Moochie, we saw Corbin in the trailer breakdown doing this, and he was happy as hell. He
See what
was
I'm saying?
happy.
Like, we don't know.
Yeah.
I think
I agree.
I love that. I don't think they're gonna go that route, but I think that is excellent writing, Moochie. So hats off to you, girl, because that's a great storyline right
I'm
there.
just saying,
I think he's excited because I think Andre's gonna win.
I actually like that, Moochie. I really do like that. The thing is with that, because it kind of plays into the foreshadow that the lady with the Coca-Cola bottles in her hair, what's her name?
The can,
the white lady, the owner,
saying keep on playing. That offer may not be there. You know, you may miss out, and you know, with things being up in the air, it can be Andre can still win, but then something can still happen in the Pynk because they keep on. Everybody keeps voicing what is going on, and they can piece the puzzles together because so much has happened in the Pynk. So much. So we got the drugs in there, we got the murders, you know, everything. So it's a lot.
Prostitution.
Breaking his own rules. Exactly.
Selling alcohol. You remember?
Not only that, but now you got a car thief who is also pimping people in the Pynk. You got like 4 crimes by one individual in the Pynk. 4 different crimes.
Let me ask y'all something. Mm-hmm. Do you think that Roulette was sent there to sabotage the Pynk?
Ooh.
That's a good question. I don't think so.
That was always her intent. It felt like.
I feel like she came there from day one. The moment she was popping that gum, she came there to sabotage the Pynk.
I don't think per se, Moochie, it was to sabotage the Pynk. It could be that wherever she landed, she was going to sabotage him because of the pain she's dealing with her brother that she's never went and got counseling for. So it could have been the Pynk. It could have been the yellow. It could have been the orange. Whatever strip club she got to, she was going to be a cancer for them because she's dealing with issues she ain't got resolved.
Okay.
Yeah, she's gonna wreak havoc no matter what because she's so hurt. She's just so torn up and messed up. She about to wreak havoc on everybody. You see, she don't give a shit about people. You see how she pimping out people. You know,
hurt people
in danger and shit.
She's hurt.
Yep.
Right.
And speaking of which, this lands me on you, J-Mo. I don't know how I keep landing on these with you, but in any event, Duffy rose up on Roulette as she's letting him know, look, man, I spent the money you gave me on this necklace that's got a gun around my neck. And he's kind of, chastising her like, that's how you spend your money. And then she actually puts the choke out on. She went and hit him with the Heisman pose all up on the wall. Like, don't be running up on me. He starts talking that Duffy swag for a white boy. And then reverses field, gets her up against the wall. And then she said, if you're a fraud, nigga, jump. Okay. And he took his 2 fingers, and this was the lessons I was trying to teach me and Jay. Okay. There's not a man on the planet Earth whose penis is smaller than his fingers. He took his fingers. He was able to make this woman orgasm literally in 2 minutes. So, fellas, stop thinking.
I was about to say I missed that part, but
no.
She let out a sigh.
Yeah.
Some women nut with a sigh, Moochie. Thank you very much. And so, fellas, let that be a lesson to you, okay? Get your swing game right. And don't worry about how long the thing game is. Get the swing game right. So, Jay, take this away. Is Duffy going to die, or is Roulette going to rule Duffy for the next season? And take a look at this, Jay. You see it. You see it.
Yeah, they definitely had them draws stretched out. But he was going and putting his little fingerprint ID on that, like an iPhone or whatever.
Oh my God.
But like she says, she can't just be yours. He was trying to unlock that, and put his fingerprint ID on there. That's all. What are you talking about? That's what I thought.
It worked. Jay. It obviously worked.
Right. That was his ring.
Jay, the only thing they was missing, Jay, they should have let him lick his fingers like a real G afterward.
Not from her.
This is
with all kind of seasoning on this
have
thing.
a line.
It's not like he did the master mix, but you know he did satisfy.
Yeah,
that we do not cross.
Them fingers would have looked like honey barbecue was on them. Yeah, honey barbecue. Like, wait a minute. You got that sticky icky, girl. Damn, the damn club just opened. You already been hoeing. What the hell? Honey barbecue, glazed, digits. Hey, I'm about to rub a sandwich. Some bread.
Oh, God.
Oh, my
God. Yo, good night.
Somebody said he was playing it like a guitar.
Hey, y'all heard Lauryn Hill strumming that pain with his fingers. That's what he was doing.
One time.
2 times.
Right. Shoot, he put that hand down. Looked like he was at Applebee's in this book. Baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back.
Oh my God. Mooch, I gotta give it to you. Mooch, talk to us about the strumming the pain with his fingers.
Like, I look. I gotta let me just. Homeboy said he said you got to play that like a guitar. Babe God 757. Was he playing it like a guitar? He ain't do the master mix, but he was hitting some chords. I'm just saying.
He was pulling some strings, that's for sure. He was pulling
some strings and hitting some chords.
He ain't do no singing. He won't no garage band, but he showed up for pulling some strings. Monique Nicole, get back here.
Somebody said he was DJing like Farrah. We can.
Oh, God.
We're not going to let you do this, Monique Nicole, trying to get away from the end. We want to see your emotion. You trying to hide and mute this. No. It's your turn. It is your turn.
Jesus, because y'all just doing too much tonight. Baby, this is why we taking so damn long, because we've been cutting up tonight. Okay. I ain't got much to say about this damn scene. He finger popped her. Cool.
Oh.
Whoop, whoop.
Whoa.
Whoop.
Whoa.
You know.
Sound like high school.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what some people say.
Nita, take it away, Nita. By the way, we have 505 people watching us on a Monday night, and we're so very grateful you spend your time with us. You could be anywhere. You could be watching anybody. You could be watching TV, but you chose to share time with us and our brand of crazy review TV and movies. Everybody has a YouTube channel. Please subscribe to all my people. These are a wonderful group. And be sure to share us and come back and check us out, because we get revved up heavy next week, people. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, you'll be getting your boy with a crew different on every night. So come back and get with us next week. Nita the Diva, take us out of here, man. Can anybody strum your pain with their fingers and get you to go oochie ouchie in 2 minutes?
As long as they clean.
Hello.
No, that's right.
I'm about to go, man. I'm about to get up.
I don't want to be itching down there.
Rubbing my dirty fingernails up in there.
Right, he in the garage busting down cars all damn day, hanging out with big L's, smoking blunts.
Nita, wait a minute. But Nita, have you seen the nails on Uncle Clifford, and he putting his nails everywhere?
Next.
Nah, that's gonna do that. That's like Wolverine.
Y'all was saying something to me about breakfast and it being unsanitary, and I was being extra. But look, his nails is mad long, and y'all dealing with, the highway.
Not me, girl. I ain't saying nothing, baby.
Right, Miss Kira, messing up my damn pH balance.
Oh my God.
And then be the first person to say you stink.
Uncle Clifford nails be like this.
Oh my God.
Uncle Clifford nails be like this.
Damn, dude. I thought For a minute there, I thought those were some antlers from a reindeer.
Welcome to the Pynk. Come here, Lamont. Let me go ahead and rub something.
Oh God!
This is a tripod.
Oh my God. Okay, Moochie, get ready, Moochie. You on deck, man. I gotta get ready to get up out of here, man.
Let's get to the meat and potatoes.
Let's get on up out of here. My God.
I'm sorry.
So,
y'all.
oh man.
I'm sorry. I'm doing too much tonight.
We almost have a repeat.
Neck hurt from laughing so much.
We almost have a repeat of Murder Night at the grand reopening, Moochie. But what happens is Murder starts putting a little bit of too many spicy lyrics in his raps. People hear it and decide they want to start fighting and shooting. And Keyshawn is down on the stripper floor for the count. But who comes to save her? Her knight in shining diamond armor comes to save her. And then she lands the kiss heard around the world on him. But there's a problem. Moochie, as he's saving her, that big bone seen everything. And look at the look on her face. She looked like Meg Thee Stallion sad. She is sad. But
she look heartbroken.
We learned a whole lot about this girl. She heartbroken, but look at what she was dealing with at the very end of the episode. She up here taking pictures with Montavious ring right next to Diamond, and she didn't send it. She did.
I thought she did.
I thought she did.
I thought she didn't. Okay, so
I heard the.
Okay. So Moochie, take that anywhere you want to go. The floor is yours, Moochie.
All right, I'm gonna start off with. I like the way Diamond came back with his security, where he's not gonna get caught slipping again, no matter what happens.
Okay,
he's ready.
Yep,
he's ready, but it's the energy is bad in there. We already know that Keyshawn, she gets traumatized when she goes to a place where she shuts down. Right. And I know she realized now that she made the mistake she made with not shooting Derek last season. Mm-hmm. Because now her babies is suffering. Also, once Big Bone saw all of that, it's like she don't care now. She did care, but now it's gonna be some bad people coming to the Pynk next episode. We're gonna be in for a ride for this next episode, and I'm here for it. I want to see it. I hope that Diamond is able to basically take whoever out that she sees that's coming back for that because of that ring. Mm-hmm.
Whoa. Monique Nicole, floor is yours.
Yeah. This scene, that was a lot happening. That was a lot. Keyshawn kissing Diamond. I think it was because obviously she likes him, but also, in her mind, this is the last time she may see him. So I think that's also why she kissed him. The kiss was I thought it was gonna look better, but it just looked. I think he was caught off guard, and
yeah.
The kiss was
he played his part.
Very.
I think he played his part. I think he was caught off. He wasn't really responding to the kiss, so I think he played his part. Yeah. But did you see the way he ran away, looking like he was touched by an angel?
Yeah, man, because he loved that girl. He loves her. Now I have can you pull up the picture with the whole ring? How the hell? I thought Diamond was protective of the ring. So why is she posted up with him?
Like he sleep. He sleep.
He put that man to sleep.
She rocked the baby. She rocked the baby. His ass is sleep.
Drain that bone.
Yeah. Okay. Also, I couldn't tell. I thought they were just posted up because they were taking, pictures on the bed. They showed those pictures too of him being awake and posing. But yeah, I was.
Oh no, he sleep on this one. He out for the count.
Okay. That's some grimy shit. I mean, she's definitely she's the mole. She is the mole.
I hope it's some real juju on that month. You remember when he said it was a protection and you gonna grow titties out your back and all this other stuff? I hope it's some real juju shit so she can get what's coming to her. Got them people coming down to the Pynk for Diamond. Right. He didn't even do it.
Ain't do nothing. J-Mo, finish it off, Jay. How you feel about this scene with Big Bone? And right here, this is the kind of scared, emotional look that any man would fall for. Just look at the sadness in her face. Like, when you see a face like that, you can't help but try to save a hoe. You can't, you know? So, Jay, save her, Jay. Save her, Jay.
I don't know if I could do that, but I will say that she definitely looked surprised and shocked, and she now see who her competition was in his mind, at least. And yeah, she definitely has been up to some ulterior motives this season, and this episode 10 is a continuation of 9. It's all one night.
Right.
Yeah, so this is gonna be one hell of a night. We'll see what happened. Did she text that to some people that's close by? Did she text it before the party started? That means that she was already set him up before the kiss. So I don't know. Yeah, so we'll see what happened. But she looked like she ready to start some drama.
Yep. Yeah, man.
I ain't talking about Kia no car.
No, sir, because she drive a motorcycle. So she ready to really get somebody in some trouble, man. And Moochie, we're going to lead off with you on this one. We got 2 more to cover, then we'll get you people out of here. Unc found the pills. He's mad at Big L. Big L basically tells him that he ain't got the backbone. He could have been the queen of the South. And you know what? He said, your ass is fired. Moochie, floor is yours.
I think this is not the last of Big L we're going to see.
Okay.
No.
Don't be surprised if he hook up with Roulette and Whisper, y'all.
Who? Big L?
Yes.
That would be good.
Don't be surprised if he hooks up with them two, because they all know they was doing dirt.
Yeah.
That's true.
He might be their muscle where if they gonna start, if she gonna start pimping girls out, that's gonna be they pimp.
So how is Duffy
and look at the
play a role
pimp cup
in
he
it?
got. I'm telling you, that's it right there.
Yeah.
I'm
And that
telling you,
pimp hat.
he's gonna be a pimp. I can
it.
see it happening, and not for nothing.
Hat, shirt, cup, everything.
I can see it happen.
I like that, Moochie.
Yo, that's hilarious, Moochie. You right. You right.
Yeah, definitely.
You didn't see the pimp cup?
I didn't know it until you said it, and now I'm like, you're right. Yeah.
No. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if them two hook up, because he gonna have them pushing them drugs and all of that.
They gonna be pushing P for real.
They gonna be pushing perks, all of P's, all of the P's.
I could see it. I could see them.
Pills, puss, and what else?
You're gonna be a one-stop shop for anything beginning with the letter P. That's what you're gonna be, a one-stop shop. Monique, I'm gonna transition it to you. And they spent a lot of time in this season building a narrative between Big L and Roulette. They had that conversation about the brother and the father. So yeah, I'm with Moochie on this. I can see him being the pimp, the head of that organization. He's no longer just gonna be the plug. He's gonna be it all.
Oh yeah, Naya. Yeah, he did mention killing Autumn too.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. Yep.
Yo, don't be surprised. I'm telling you, because he's been mad at her.
Ben.
Right.
Yep.
He's been mad at her.
He wants to off that shit.
He about to really turn the water off.
Oh yeah.
So Monique, picture this, Monique. They did this Pynk get shut down, and they get a bigger Pynk to go with the casino. Can you imagine this organization? Yes. Can you imagine this organization right here in a bigger, more upscale casino attached club. Man, go for it, Monique.
That would be a dynamic. I almost said duo, but that'd be a dream team, I guess.
It'd be a diabolical duo because it's gonna be some hell to pay dealing with that roulette. I don't give a damn who you are.
A lot, and I don't know how I feel about Clifford firing Big L. It's like on one hand, I get it. It's like you're going against my wishes. You're also putting me in danger. So right. I get the anger. I get it because what he said something about the plug, but a lot of people end up getting mixed up, and then their daughter gets snatched up, held for ransom. He's saying all this stuff. So I get it. It's a liability, but I also feel like you don't get too many Big L's in life, meaning someone who's a ride or die, someone that you can literally trust with everything, your life, that you don't get that all the time. Once in a lifetime, really, that type of friendship, that type of trust. So,
and think about it, Monique, all y'all got me. I'm that once in a lifetime for all y'all. There you go. You can tell me everything. I ain't telling nobody. I know where the bodies is at, and I'm not talking. I got your back.
All right. So yeah, I don't know about Big L. I don't know about the firing. I'm trying to even think about, is he gonna come back to the club, or if Clifford's gonna go after him, or I don't know what's gonna happen next. But yeah, this should be interesting. This should be very, very interesting. Like Moochie said, he's gonna be pushing pills and
all the peas. Yeah. Soon as
all the peas.
Soon as he left, Cliff ran up to the door like Big L, like she felt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that there's going to be a conversation, possibly. If not, then they might just be he might be dibbling, dabbling in all of it, because I can see what Moochie's saying, or he may come back to the paint. Because, yeah, you got to keep your ace beside you, because sometimes you drop your ace and they get dabbing and running off at the mouth and spill all your secrets and stuff like that. Some people aren't like that, but some people are. And, you just need to keep those people like your family, before they spill your. Yeah.
Right. Finish it up, J-Mo. Big L breaking up with Uncle Cliff.
Yeah, he'll be back. Cliff just mad he found those pills, and it must be some type of trauma attached with them pills. Fast, and so and then he's putting the club in jeopardy, because if they would have got raided and found those pills, his name ain't on the paperwork. So that's Clifford and Haley that's gonna be in trouble with that.
Yeah.
So and Clifford has asked him multiple times to not do it, and is still doing it. So that's a problem. But I think just like how Diamond was gone and then he's back, Big L be back.
Yeah, he'll be back. Ain't nothing going on with that. So Monique Nicole, last subject, you lead off, and then we out of here. Keyshawn was writing a love letter on Mercedes' little area, saying, "I am here for you, sis, for life." And then the aunt comes in with his 6'3" ass and said, "You're just gonna sneak out of here without saying goodbye." And she said, "I didn't think you want to see me like that." He tells her, "With your beautiful self, you run and I don't want to see your face again." Did you like the way they said to be continued in this moment?
Yeah. I mean, I loved it. I loved the scene. It made me it was emotional. I really, because they have a real bond. You know what I mean? I feel like Clifford looks at her like a daughter almost. Like, just everything she's been through. You can tell there's an emotional connection there, and she also looks up to Clifford. So I love that scene. I'm a little nervous for Keyshawn. I just have to say it before we get into this now. I'm nervous.
I can 100% assure you, Keyshawn ain't dying. I can because she's a main character. So I'm torn because she's a main character. I don't think they kill off too soon. But then again, this show likes to be realistic and mirror reality. she ain't dying. Now she died on the play.
And that scream.
She died in the play around like this era. But I can tell you right now, if that trailer, if my breakdown is correct, she not dying because they not done with using her character for plot drama. Because we still got to do something with Derek, dumbass.
So either this, I'll just say this since we're on the topic. If y'all saw the trailer, that scream that she let out, that was like from her soul, like her gut-wrenching scream. Either he hurt the kids, which I really, really hope not. So either he kids and her sister, because remember, the plan was the kids at her sister's house, she's going to go pick them up from her sister's house in the morning. So either he hurt her family, essentially, or that scream was like, I guess maybe right before she pulled the trigger. That's
okay.
Maybe that's just, that's.
I could agree with you with that.
Yeah, I can get with that.
That's all. Yeah, but I'm nervous. I'm nervous. I'm nervous though.
Okay. Nita the Diva. I'm sorry.
Okay. No, I think that's it, right? That was just the conversation they had, and then that was it.
Nita the Diva, talk to me about the very last scene before they said to be continued.
Yeah, it was so sad to me. This for me, this signified Clifford being her fairy godmother in this Cinderella tale. You remember? She narrated her episode with her backstory, and I feel like this is like one of those moments, like, just with the symbolism or whatever. I just feel like, she gave her the goodbye and the hug, the encouragement, and I'm hoping that it just works out for the best for her. But it doesn't look like, it looks like something tragic happened. But I also like what Monique said. She said that she could have been pulling the trigger. Like that was like the scream afterwards or before. So I kind of like that too. But yeah, I just liked it. It was real touching. And right afterwards, you saw Cliff looking in the mirror at the thing and kind of grieving and processing, because y'all remember right before this scene, he got the phone call. I mean, she got the phone call from the hospital. So that's still kind of up in the air, but we did see she could have been crying for Keyshawn, but I think it was a little bit of both. I think she probably got some news about grandmother. Right.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to Jay Moore now. But if you haven't watched my trailer breakdown for the finale, you gotta watch it. This was a longer trailer than they normally do. So there's a lot of things in there that could give us some clues of what they think is going to happen next week. Jay, how you feel about this ending?
Yeah, I think they're just trying to build up the drama for what's about to happen for the next episode. We all gonna be thinking, man, she was just about to leave, or everything seemed like it was just about to work out, and for whatever reason, I don't know if she's gonna die or not. I don't think that she's gonna die. I think it's a lot more storylines with her that they could use, so I don't think she'll die. But I think that maybe it will be Derek popping up. Maybe more drama again with her and him and Diamond and Big Bone, and I think it's just gonna go crazy this next episode, and all kind of hell gonna break loose. So I think this the calm before the storm.
Yep. Well said.
Wow. Last but definitely not least, the Auntie Moochie. What is gonna happen? How did you like this ending? Take us home, Moochie.
I like the way this went down, their goodbyes, because now they left with basically closure. And she was, everybody was mad at her because what she did, but now they kind of understand. They understand, and they wish the best for her. They wish the best for her, and I just want that scream. I hope that this fool didn't hurt them babies.
Right. That's what
I'm worried about.
I
hope he ain't hurt the babies or hurt the sister and took the babies.
Right.
So it's like so many different ways they could spin this.
Yeah,
they could.
Loose gun. That could have been, and she might have walked in on something like that.
Let me ask y'all, how do y'all think he's gonna find out though about the plant? Like, how you think he's gonna find out?
I feel like Big Bone, somebody said in the chat, Big Bone might say something.
Okay.
Big Bone.
Because it's too many people that know what's going on, and she told her not to talk, Haley. But she was talking herself.
Yeah.
Too many people know what's going on.
The walls.
The woman's going to.
Speaking of Haley, is Heifer pregnant?
She might be.
Yeah.
I think she is.
She might be.
Now, how she? Are we going to talk about that? Because
she gotta go to Jackson. That's where she better go.
How she get in there?
Wait a minute. Let's do this. If some of y'all can return tomorrow, why don't we do a prediction show and just kind of plug some holes and talk about some things we didn't talk about tonight? Like, for one, Andre's wife popping up, being in the campaign headquarters, hot, mad, upset, and then the rumors of Haley being pregnant, thinking she about to leave, and she really not going to be able to leave. If some of y'all can come back tomorrow, I'll promise this audience we will do a prediction show tomorrow. We'll take another hour of your time at 9 p.m. and we'll do a finale prediction. I will bring out my notebook because I got a homie on Twitter. Let me read you what the homie said. Then we're gonna get out of here.
Notebook.
Oh goodness, Moochie. No, you don't.
It must have been green.
No, it's not green. It's blue.
Yeah, it's not showing.
So my homie, your boy JM said, put me down on the index card. Corbin's family drowned/drugged Uncle Clifford's mom so the affair wouldn't get out and she wouldn't be entitled to the family's inheritance. So he's thinking that Corbin and Uncle Cliff is siblings.
Wow.
What? Oh,
you know what? That's a good one.
Can you screenshot that?
That's a good one.
And send it to me. Can you screenshot that and send it to me?
Shout out to your boy JM. I got you on the card.
That's me.
We will come back. My bad. We'll come back tomorrow and do a finale prediction show, and we'll make sure that we put that in the mix along with some other things we need to talk about. So that's going to do it for us tonight. Don't forget to like the video, comment, subscribe. Come check us out tomorrow where we do predictions. Till that next Sex is Hell video, subscribe to everybody you see, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Deuces.